I was just listening to a podcast and Simon Sinek said something profound and something that I think about all the time. I have a lot of people in my life that I love dearly. A lot of people all across the country and even on social media that I've formed relationships with people that they all have advice for me and what I should do. And I love it. It comes from a really good place most of the time, I think. But Simon Sinek just said it, and he was like, I was the only one before he got big and before he did his TED Talk, before everybody knew him. He was like, I was the only one that could see what I was doing. And that's exactly how I feel about everything in my life. A lot of people have advice on my roofing company, for my podcast, for the way I make content, for the music, but they each only see that part of the puzzle. They know I do all that other stuff, but they don't see how it all fits. I'm the only one that can see what this looks like down the road. And it made me feel connected with someone else because I do struggle with that. And I am the type of person that 100% needs feedback. I need it, I seek it out, I look for it, it still hurts, but I do it on purpose. I have blind spots. Now that I'm aware of it, I want to make sure I can address that. Hey man, I'll send them something like, hey, can you look at that for me? And they'll give me some good feedback. And that's what I want. There was a time where I would call people so they would have my back and understand my point. And I think there's been an evolution in who I seek out to be a part of my life. I don't want you to tell me anything anymore that makes me feel good. If I do good, absolutely I do. I do want to be praised if I do a good job. I think that's natural. That's human nature. That's everybody. When I'm working with someone, especially when I'm working with someone, it doesn't matter if it's a homeowner, another contractor, musicians, I just want to make sure that we're all being honest, because what tends to happen, these little things that happen amongst people inside of relationships, they can be so minor. Those are the things I've been trying to keep a keen eye on in everyone that's around me. If I see something like that makes us unaligned, then I'm going to be a little cautious. All right, if that grows any bigger, that is definitely going to be a problem. Do we cut it now? Because I don't got time for that. It's been in my head all my life. I just didn't have my shit together enough to actually do it. Now I do, and I'm the only one that can see it. And I'm okay with that. Anyway, hit subscribe. And what that has done to me over time is I'm quicker to cut off a relationship when I see that a thing go bad. Just to spare both of us later. I have learned enough through making mistakes in my own relationships whether it be with girls, friends for sure, through making mistakes with them. Those little spats you get into with your family or with your close friends, especially when you're younger, like you let those little things go, but you never really forget about them. And then eventually that ends up being the thing that ends the relationship or ruins the relationship. Because at the moment you're like, I noticed that thing inside of you, but you still have more benefits than you do have bad things. So you're willing to put up with that thing. But eventually that little thing that you set aside back in the day, it comes back. Those are a collection of those things over time. Those end up breaking all the relationships. So what I'm trying to say is I look for that thing and I watch out for it because I need people to understand that this is what I'm doing. Absolutely, I want your advice. Absolutely, I want you to tell me things. But if I don't do them, it is because of this. I'm doing this thing no matter what. So as long as it's approached in that fashion, there's no issues. But not everybody can do that. And the thing about everything that I am doing, I don't have to try anymore. Everything that I do from the moment I open my eyes in the morning is basically trained. It's basically a discipline now. So all I really have to do is just keep showing up. And I truly believe it's going to work out. I have big plans for my whole family, but I got to get there. And I have all of the right habits in place. I can always add to it. I can always take from it if one of them gets in the way. But the way it's going right now, it feels good. It feels right. Even if the people who are close to me and love me can't see that. Most of them do though. My inner circle does. They all support me a lot. But it's all those other voices. Like you ever have someone who's never played music give you music advice, that's kind of the feeling that I'm talking about. I don't know if you're the authority on that, man. Maybe that's it. I really have to believe you're the expert to give me advice. And I think that's okay. And you can't just tell me you're the expert. I have to know it. I have to see it in action. And this doesn't happen in a day. Whatever you're the greatest at, it'll take me a couple months to know that. I'm about action now. You have to show me. I hear you, and I don't believe you most of the time. I don't mean to be rude, but it's more efficient. I need to get to the bad things quickly so we can deal with it and move on, because there's more things coming. There's more bad things coming. There's also good things coming. So if you're more efficient, the more efficient I can be in that process, by cutting cords, by making decisions right now, by not procrastinating on things, then naturally everything gets better, right? And don't get me wrong, I love getting advice from everyone, because that shows me that they care about me. And I'm the type of person that needs to know that. And then I will do anything for you. This whole experience, moving out to North Carolina, getting sober, and really just figuring out what I am and what I wanted to do with this life. Like, I always had things growing up, like still who I was earlier. I didn't really have a chance to focus on it. I was too busy getting fucked up. Coming out here, it was exciting because I'm still learning more about myself, and I'm still learning about my capabilities. What can I do? I don't know. I've always been good at most things. So if I really try, what can I do? I feel like I'm gonna open a lot of companies like this lifetime. That seems fun. Like an idea, putting it into action, seeing if it works, make an adjustment, try it again. Like fun. I'm grateful that I had 9-to-5 jobs, but I hate to do that again. I would hate it. And I work more as a business owner, naturally, but no one really understands that. Like, you're hourly. I had no concept of commission job. I was hourly, and I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. But I work way more now. Way more. Also consider working, because I have a media company too. That counts. I do a lot of podcasting. I'm not making any money on that yet. I asked one of my favorite podcasters, Jordan Harbinger, in an exchange we had. I was like, how long did it take from when you started your podcast till you got monetized? And he's like 7 years. I'm like, all right. But like I said earlier, that does not matter. I just got to keep showing up. Doesn't matter. I'll get good, I'll get bad, like talk shit about the content all the time. And it's getting better. You get there. This is some good shit right here. Hit subscribe. But you feel like I wasted 38 years of my life, and that's not true. I really didn't. I had a lot of good times during that year. It was just, I look at it as such a time that I was jaded. I was very jaded, because most of what I was thinking about, like, let me go get a beer and then go see my son's baseball game. Let me get a beer and then we'll go to work. Let me get a beer and then we'll go. It was such a weird way to think. And that it was natural. It was the first thing. So super grateful to not do alcohol. And I'm grateful that my children get to see this. They may not like it per se right now, because I know I'm a lot different than I was, but I'm sure they like this version a lot better. And just while I'm talking about sobriety, it took 2 years till like came out of the fog. And I remember it. Like, I had a crazy month and I was like, what? How am I, like, I was playing guitar a lot more, and I was like learning this software. I could record music, and I was just working on a lot of things and going to work. So I was just working at work and then kind of playing with software, practicing my guitar, practicing writing lyrics again. And that led slowly into, screw it, let's try to get fit, to start doing yoga at home. The first thing I started doing. And then that turned into, all right, let's do some yoga and then we'll go to the gym. And then that just progressed from there. Now I can fucking fly. That would be dope. After I master the muscle up, I'm gonna work on human flight.